I must say, I'm getting no enjoyment out of all of these fell for it again moments. I'm getting no enjoyment out of it. It's really sad, actually, really disturbing. But even at this late date, you have people who supported Trump coming out of the woodworks and petitioning the king and begging for policy changes because their lives are being upended and destroyed casually by the idiot who sits in the White House. So here we go on CNN. Listen to this. Here's a business owner who's impacted by the tariffs. Here's what he says to Trump.
He's known to watch cable news. His folks certainly text me when we air something they don't like. Why don't you just give a message to him and maybe he'll see it? What do you want to...
By the way, what an amazing admission up front here from Jake Tapper. So when you criticize Trump, you get text messages from the people in his orbit? Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
President Trump, as a longtime supporter of your mission and to make America great again, I want to be a part of that with you. Oh. But we e-commerce companies all across the United States, we need more time. Give us a 90-day off-ramp to get off of our China goods and just tell us the plan.
This is incredible. You have a moment here to tell the truth to the president. Your business is being destroyed by the tariffs. And you ask for a 90-day pause so your business can be destroyed in 90 days instead of right now? Jesus Christ, man. This is the fucking saddest thing I've ever seen.
You tell us the plan, we can operate, and we can know what to do. The hard part about everything that's happening right now is we're trying to manage our business from day to day, and that's very difficult. And a lot of small businesses, they don't have the cash flow to get through a 90-day negotiation, and it's going to devastate a lot of businesses like Cuts. You know, I'm in a group chat with $1 billion worth of small businesses, and there's several in there that are telling me, hey, Stephen, 30 days or 60 days, we might not be able to make it.
He doesn't care. He just lowered the rate to 30% with zero concessions from China, but that 30% is still going to destroy a lot of these small businesses that can barely get by. He doesn't give a fuck. The reason he probably acted too had more to do with de-dollarization and the world moving away from the dollar, which is something that could spark a depression. And so he said he's fine with a recession. He's not okay with a depression. And so that's probably why he did it. But even that 30% tariff rate with China is going to destroy small businesses.
Too many adjustments to the supply chain and there's several in there that are telling me, hey, Stephen, 30 days or 60 days, we might not be able to make it. There's been too many adjustments to the supply chain that are just being really devastating on our business. 145% is essentially an embargo. And by cutting off our products to be able to sell them, it's going to be really difficult. So we're with you. We want to be a part of your mission to make America great again, but we just need more time.
What a cuck. You asked for a 90-day pause so you could just go bankrupt in 90 days. The idea you can rework a supply line from stuff you get from China now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Find a way to make the product in fucking Vietnam and pay a 10% tariff and say, like, what are you talking about here? 90 days wouldn't do dick. 90 days wouldn't do dick. Also, like I said, changing it from 145% to 30%, that goes from an embargo to just a super high tariff. That's still going to lead to a lot of businesses going under. So it's like it was all about the vibes. This is what drives me crazy. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I think I did. It's all about the vibes with Trump, that they just like the vibes. They like the feelings. They like how emotive he is. They like how he triggers the liberals, and they base their political decisions around that. And it's a classic example of you fucked around and now you're going to find out, right? Because turns out, at the end of the day, vibes actually don't matter for shit. That what really matters is policy, and his policies are destroying you and all your friends. We covered it, just one example, toy companies. Half of them are going to fucking go under. Half of them. I got another one for you. Again, I take no joy in this, but here we have a Cuban mother and a Republican. She feels betrayed by Trump after her husband is deported, leaving her alone to care for a paraplegic son and 3-year-old daughter and struggling to keep her job without husband's primary household income.
Me siento totalmente traicionada y sé.
She says,
no lo digan.
Here, I'll pause it and I'll just read because it's in a different language. She says, I feel completely betrayed, though they might not admit. Distressed, desperate, and disillusioned. This is how Cuban mother Lillian Paez feels after her husband's deportation by the Trump administration, whom she voted for. I thought the president would deport criminals, not those with clean records. They deserved a chance. Her nightmare began in 2019 when she crossed the southern border, sought political asylum in the U.S. under an I-220B visa, but immigration denied her. They thought, though they released her while she appealed the decision, at their April 25th immigration appointment, the couple was separated. Allian would remain in custody due to a deportation order. Soon after, the lawyer hands me a yellow envelope with her belongings. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Where's my husband? Well, she told me, he's been detained. He was moved through detention centers in Florida, Arizona, and Louisiana before flying to Cuba. Allian condemns the mistreatment she endured. The deportation process is awful. You're cuffed at the feet, waist, and hands, but it doesn't end there. Lillian must now care for, her paraplegic and 3-year-old daughter. Oh my God. Alone. I'm struggling with my daughter and son while trying to keep my job. I lost my husband's income, which was our main household income. After this difficult separation, Lillian sends a message to President Trump. Give us a chance. I don't think it's fair for everyone. She says she'll keep fighting for her family in the meantime. Man, I mean, it's that classic, like, I didn't think the leopards would eat my face. But guys, again, I can't stop doing vibes-based shit. Stop doing vibes-based shit. Trump made a whole big deal during the campaign about they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets, and we got to get them out of here. And that whole spiel was about what? Legal immigrants. Legal, I believe, Haitian immigrants in this instance. So he was saying, like, yeah, we're going to get rid of the protection for certain legal immigrants too, and we're going to kick them out. You thought you were safe because you were Cuban? Cubans overwhelmingly vote Republican in this country because a lot of the Cubans in this country are right-wingers who fled Fidel Castro and communism, right? And so they've always voted Republican. And now you're like, what the hell? I thought he was only going to get rid of the criminals. Why? Why did you think that? Why would you think that? Because, again, he made a big deal about we're going to get rid of legal immigrants. As we've talked about, they've deported American citizens. American citizen children with cancer, a 4-year-old. Like, they don't like you. They don't like you. They don't care about you. They don't want you in this country. He doesn't care if you fucking vote for him. You are not viewed as white. You are not viewed as white. And by the way, even a lot of the white people, like the liberal ones and the leftist ones, they would probably want to fucking kick us out of the country if they had their way, right? But certainly, you're one of the first people on the shopping block. And so the leopards did come to eat your face. I wish they didn't. But at the same time, like, what did you learn? What did you learn? Yeah, it turns out that these people are really as fascist as their harshest critics said they were, right? And so this should be a fucking wake-up call. But what's going to happen from here? I don't know. She might never be fucking reunited with her husband. And now she's got to take care of somebody who's paraplegic, a 3-year-old, and hold down a job, which I literally don't even know how that's possible. Hearing that, like, it's not, like, how do you do that? If you have to go work for 8 hours, what happens to the paraplegic son while you're doing that? And who's looking after your 3-year-old? And obviously you can't afford, you know, any daycare for her. Like, what are we talking about here? And so, God damn it, man. I really wish people did not fall for it again, but they did. And I don't know how many more times we can get across to them that the harshest critics of Trump were the most correct. It's true. The harshest critics were the most correct. And if you thought the leopards weren't going to eat your face, you thought fucking wrong. Because they eventually come for everybody. Because there is no concern for regular people. There's no concern. They don't give a fuck. He's busy taking a $400 million plane from the Qatari government. One of the most corrupt things I've ever seen in my life. That's what he's doing. You think he's thinking about a Cuban immigrant? You think he's concerned about your well-being? He's not. Anyway, geez, these stories, I mean, these stories are just everything we thought they would be, which is why everybody was sounding the alarm so aggressively. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.